pretty.
A little DIY sunset, part of my new Caribbean series for the summertime.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. It's Friday night, and yes, it's not 8:30. It's 8 Central Time. I'm on a little bit early because I'm bringing on my girlfriend, Debbie Beard. Hello.
Hi, everybody. Oh, my gosh. It feels like forever since
it's been a while since you've been on here with me.
Yay. I am just loving what's behind you. It is so boho chic with like that whole rainbow vibe, you know, with the I love that.
So this is Bohemian Blue and then cherry picked, and then I think I added in Gravel Road, which just gave it this warm sandy, color, and then Summer Crush, Cowgirl Coral, and then French Millinery. That's just the base coat, so I'm not really sure what it's going to look like. I'm not really sure, but I was planning on putting like a water scene, beach, but I'm doing a Caribbean series this summer. And so this is going to be the first piece. Hello, Lolly Lolly. I see you, Molly Foreman. How are you guys?
Hey, Lolly Lolly.
Yes, Lolly Lolly. Lolly, I was cleaning up my phone yesterday, girlfriend, and I saw our pictures together in McKinney, Texas. And I said, oh, Matt, look, there's Lolly. Hi, Derek.
Or as Matt would say, Lolly Lolly.
Lolly Lolly. That's right. That's what he would say. Everybody, I'm glad that you're here. Sunny Meadows, I will see you on tonight for Friday Night Live. You guys, I'm bringing on two different ladies from my Empowered by Design, and this is kind of their challenge.
Oh, Sunny's she's a new retailer, yeah?
Yes.
Hey, Sunny.
Yes,
awesome.
yes. So hi, Mama. So Sunny's going to come on tonight with me about 8:40 for Friday night, and then I have Jessica Furr coming on after that, and this is just kind of part of their challenge. But today, you guys, Debbie and I are going to go down the memory lane, because when I posted our picture a little bit ago and told you that we were going to come on tonight, she was going to join me, I realized, I started counting the years, and I was like, wait, I came out in 2018 in February, and then I came back in June for a workshop. Quita Allen of All Shaved Out came, and then I came back the next year, and then the next year, and then I'm coming out again next month.
It's an annual thing.
So it's an annual thing, and so we'll be celebrating 4 years in a row. Definitely. So I don't, of course, take that for granted. I'm always so grateful when I get the opportunity to come. And but we were giggling a second ago because I'm going to tell on Debbie for a second, because I'm surely it will be okay. Don't be mad at me.
Okay. What did I do?
The first time I came out, she brought me down in February, just as like Karen Berg and I, we were just kind of like powwowing, and she was just making me feel so special and saying, come to California. I want you to see where I am and all of this, and made me like pampered me. And it was the nicest thing. We had such a good time getting to know each other, and she would not let me go to her store.
That's right. You were here for like a week, and you weren't allowed to go to my shop.
Yeah, she would not let me go. Literally, I asked 3 different times during that 5-day period, and I said, hey, so is that, and she goes, there's the back. She was driving literally down the highway at 70 miles an hour. She goes, so that's the back of my store right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, well, am I going to get to go? And she's like, well, we'll see, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep, Lolly, I am headed next month. So I brought Debbie on here, not only just because I hadn't got to talk to her in a while and have her on here, but Debbie and I are going to host another workshop, which is like I was saying, it's our 4th annual workshop together. She's invited me to DIYAGOGO. Last year we were there for the grand opening, but this time it will be celebrating almost 1 year of being open.
I know. I can't believe it's already a year. In a lot of ways, it feels like it's been longer than that. And then in a lot of ways, it feels like it's crazy that it's already almost a year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure. And even in the last 12 months, Debbie, your store has undergone some serious changes, big time.
Every day we're like finessing it, because it's 3,000 square feet. And so when I signed the lease, he did not give me, you know how most landlords give you 30 days without rent so that you can get all situated.
Sure.
No, I had, I think, 10 days free rent, and it's very high rent. So I was like, we got it. Like, I knew myself, and I'm such a perfectionist. So I'm like, I got to set a grand opening date. Otherwise I will dig myself into a huge hole and like take 6 months. do all these things and be hugely in debt. So I gave myself, I think, 2 months, but
Yes.
inside I was thinking I can do it in 30 days. And I was here like 6 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock at night and working and working, working. And then I couldn't do it in 2 weeks. I couldn't do it in 3. I couldn't do it in 4. But I did do it, I think, in the 2 months because the grand opening was literally set. So when everybody came, it was good. But now, like every day, it's like, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. And we're constantly doing things to make it even better. And there's still a lot to do, but we're doing it every single day. And my dad works like a beast.
He does. You give him a long to-do list every week. So it's not quite been a year, guys, but she opened the store the last week of August, but she took it over in June. So she's coming up on having it for a year. And so I'm calling it our 1-year anniversary just because it's our 4-year anniversary for doing a workshop. But I was trying to think of some of the other time. Let's see, there was another time I came, our second year. That's when we launched, or was it the second? Yeah, the second year was when you launched the new paint colors. Now that was super exciting, Debbie. And I remember we both wore blue.
Yep.
And
Blue iris.
And I threw that color out there as many times as I could to say every color in the line goes with blue iris, in case you were wondering.
It does.
I was hoping that was going to become our #1 color for a while. I don't know whether it was or not.
It's popular for sure. It's very popular.
That may have been the year that your piece fell.
Yes. That was, yeah. I was trying to do, like, I don't know. I so admire your work and the blending, but if I don't have some kind of reference point to copy somebody, like, I just get lost. And so I had done, like, the first year with Q. Remember I did that pink one? Was
Yes.
it pink and mermaid tail? And I was really happy with the way that one turned out. I look back at pictures of that and I'm like, that is so cool. But I was copying someone and I gave them credit and I had a reference picture that I could keep referring back to, because if I just start blending, I'm like, well, it's like trying to sew a dress without a pattern for me. And so
Sure.
I just don't, my brain just doesn't work that way. So then I think, didn't I try and do molds on that one? There's so many times I'm getting them all confused.
So
the first time, did I try and do molds?
You did
Or
molds?
no?
I think the first time was the one you wanted to do the white.
Yes, the cake dresser.
The cake dresser. That was the first time.
Yeah.
And I don't think you got finished.
No.
But you know what? I love your tenacity, girl. I love that desire. She's always like, go big. I'm like, I'm gonna take the little cabinet over here that I know I can get finished.
So I was trying to blend. I remember that. I'm like, okay, no molds. Just be brave. Try and do it like everybody else. Try and do the Dion. And you don't, try not to copy someone. So I just kind of, I think I had a landscape picture as my inspiration or something, or some flowers. And it just wasn't working out. It was really just getting worse the more I tried. Remember?
Yes.
So
yes.
Then I started and I don't know why, because I had blended before. It's not like I hadn't done a few blended pieces, but this, I was just having a really off day and it was just getting worse the more I touched it. And so I was just, everybody was finishing up. You were done. Your piece was beautiful. It was like 20 minutes left in class. And I'm like, this is not going to be good. I don't know. The poor person who wins this is going to be really disappointed. and then it fell apart. It just.
No, guys, it literally, the table that it was sitting on crashed down, because she built this stage, you guys. She was ready for us, man. We had a stage, we had curtains up, and she's like, we're gonna do a show. And I'm like, what do you mean?
We did a skit.
She's like, I have curtains, we're gonna do a skit. And I'm like, it's hard enough to paint in front of people, Debbie. We have to do a skit and act in front of people. And she's like, yes, we're going to reenact the first time. And so we go through this whole skit, and I've got to come from behind, and the Kanisa's got to do this. And then we practice and we practice and we practice. So she had a super perfectly built stage by her daddy. And she had the canvas and the curtains, what the funny part with that was she's hiding in the curtains before we get started. It's hot. And she's texting Kenise and I, let's go. Let's get started.
Sweating. Yep. Yeah. So when the table broke, then my piece fell off the table and just broke into like 3 or 4 pieces. And I was actually relieved. I was like, everybody was like, oh no. But I was like, oh, thank you, God, for saving me. I was thinking I get out of it now. I don't have to try and continue to fix this mess. And then Karen Berg comes up and Bobby comes up and they're like, no problem. We can put this back together. And they put it back together in like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh, dang it. What do I do?
Boy, so when Bobby comes by and they're getting the screwdrivers, they're putting it together because it hit the fence, man. It went boom, and then it went boom. And Terry and Lamara, they're both here, and they're like, "Oh, I remember that one. Oh, yeah, it broke. It like went foop." And then so I was like, "Y'all think that wasn't planned? That was all part of this whole little show."
And then I just looked at you and you helped me. Like in like 10 minutes, you just did your little magic over everything and you made it look beautiful. And thank God.
Well, it took longer than that. It takes longer than that. No. I don't mean that against you. Debbie had all the right colors. She was using that time of flower for her inspiration. And so we looked at the flower. She had all the right colors. She had everything right there. It just needed like a tad bit of smoothing out. That's all that it needed.
You said I wasn't using enough water.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we had our back to the audience at one point while we were waiting on them to put it together. And I was like, okay, I'm going to paint for a little bit. I said, Debbie, go tell a story or something. And she goes, I don't want to. And I was like, all right, let's all sit in silence together. Because it's like you guys can all relate when you're working and you do a big thing and you want it to go over. You have this vision in your mind and it goes differently.
It's humiliating. Like it was in front of all these people who came to watch me paint, and I just felt like I had let everybody down.
Oh, that was so far from the truth, you guys. And those of you that were there, you can attest to this. It showed, first off, that like I said, go big. Like she was like, let's go all in. Okay. And then also it showed how you recover. Like, you know what? This isn't going the way that I wanted it to. So all we needed to do, and it actually was so perfect because I was able to talk to her and kind of work her through. So it wasn't like everything was just perfect. It was real. And it was like, okay, actually there's a little bit too much paint. We need a little bit more water. Let's get a different brush. And everybody was able just to sit there and watch us work through it. And it worked out perfect in the end. So I honestly, like Mara's saying, I think it worked out better than it could have because of how it went. Now, then the next year we came, let's see, no, 2020 was your new store. So that was 19 because 18 was with Quita Allen, where Quita was like, the paint was like in her face. Like it was in her mouth. And then like, we're all doing different things. And so then that was 2019, 2020 was in your store. We had Mara LaFay up there with us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. We had Mara LaFay up there with us. She was sporting it with us. And we had our jam on. We had microphones because we were at DIYAGOGO. We could have worn skates. Can we do that next time?
We can wear skates. Yeah. Yeah.
And gum. That'll be something else. So that's where we met. That's when we met Crystal.
Yes.
She was there sitting on the front row with us.
She just left about 20 minutes ago. She said to say hello to everybody.
Oh, we love Crystal, Coral, Marie, Molina. It was a treat to paint with y'all. Oh, Mara, it was a treat for us too, sister. Trust me.
Super fun.
So we're on here because it's that time again. And Michelle has posted the link to the workshop, you guys. We are inviting you all to come and see us and hang out with us again. We have 35 spots available. I think we have 15 VIP and 20 regular. So the workshop's going to look a little bit different this time because we have an idea. Yeah. And we want a little bit more participation on your part. Will your skates have the wheels? Says my Michelle. I don't need wheels. I just need like fancy roller blades.
Oh, but those have wheels, right?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
rollerblades scare me. Tickets for the workshop in Cali. Oh, thank you, Lolly Lolly. She posted the
yes.
link.
So you
Awesome.
guys can grab that ticket right now. It's first come, first serve. It's on June 25th and 26th there in Encinitas, California at DIYAGOGO. And Debbie's going to give us a little bit of a tour of what's going on. There's some new things behind her, I'm feeling like. What's going on back there?
So we just did like I have a list for my dad that's 1,000,000 miles long. And so this wall was just ugly white, dirty white walls with holes and smudges, like when you just have that builder's white and any fingerprints get on it. And
which room are you in, Debbie? Which room? Where are you exactly?
I'm right by the big garage roll-up door in the front. Like the paint is right over here.
Okay.
So I'm in the furniture room. But we got a bunch of this cool macrame in, and you remember the macrame owls from the 70s?
Yes.
We have some of those hanging over there, and I needed to incorporate a whole bunch of new merchandise, and so the wall needed some zhuzhing up. So I just went out into the back area where my dad has his workshop, and we have a bunch of old doors, and we just cut them up and plastered them all over the wall. I can I flip? I can't
you
flip.
You can't flip it around, but we would love. Linda Martinez, Linda, excuse me, says, hello everyone. I got my ticket. Yay, Linda. We can't wait to see you.
Yay. I'm so excited. My favorite part is meeting everybody. So there's what we have right now. There's our garage door. And
that looks so
see all
different.
The doors. Doesn't that look cool? There's our macrame owl. So we're just kind of doing like a little beachy vignette right here. And there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on.
Well, we want to see it if you can show it to us.
Okay, I'm wondering if because I can't flip the camera, maybe I should just keep it on the tripod and just kind of walk you around.
Oh my gosh, look how beautiful all of that is. If you can walk us around, that would be great. Michelle Replogle says, your store, Debbie, has my heart. It's just amazing, especially in person. So when we came home last year, Debbie, and Michelle won't mind, when we came home last year, because Michelle was there, Kara was there, there was so many of the people on here watching right now had joined us for Debbie's grand opening. She did the ribbon cutting and everything. And Michelle came home and said, every time I'm like with Debbie or around stores like this, I want to come home and open one because it's that inspiring. Like she wants to open a store, you know what I mean? It gives her that feeling of, oh my gosh, I want to do this. It's so there's so many little things that you just go, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And you've just been adding to it, like the ceiling and all of the different things that you've done.
It's a lot of fun. It is a huge amount of work, but it is so much fun. And I just thought of something. We got a new dress in, and every time we get clothing and we put it on the website, we give out names, and we have this dress called Ode to Dion, and I forgot to tell you about it because it totally reminds me of you. Do you want to see it?
Well, I do, and then I have to go buy it.
Well, you don't have to buy it, but Crystal's like, she was inputting or packing one up or something. She's like, I love that you named this dress, what you named it. And I'm like, what did we name it? And then I remembered that we named it Ode to Dion because when I saw it and Ellie saw it, she's like, that's totally a Dion dress. I'm like, let's call it Ode to Dion. And then I never even told you about it. So I'm gonna go get that dress. And
yes, please. I would like to see that, please.
Okay. Let's see. This is our jewelry bar area.
So guys, I don't know if you can really tell, but that area, that big, huge hallway is really wide, and it's probably about, 14 to 16 feet long is the length of that whole space there. And so there are kits on her one shoulder, on that one whole side, and then there is a jewelry bar on the whole other side. And what a jewelry bar means is that you can make your own little things, like there's trinkets, and you can build your own designs.
People are whipping up stuff every single day. All right, let's see. Let me get over to where the dress is. I'm gonna I'm gonna set the tripod down here and go get it because
Okay.
we bring in a bunch of furniture at night that's out in front, and I gotta climb over an Adirondack chair to get your dress.
Okay, yeah, we don't have to watch you do that. The tickets are $200 for general admission, and then there's a VIP ticket that's more. It's first come, first served. Hello, Paula Millar, how are you? It's nice to see you. And Clarissa Morton, I'm so glad you're here too. Thank you for sending Debbie all that good love. She's on here, guys, because it's that time again. We're doing a workshop. We're going to get together. We're going to paint and laugh and dance. We're going to show you how we like to use DIY. Of course, Debbie is the owner of DIY Paint. And oh, la la la.
It's like a high-low, so it's high in the front and low in the back, but it totally doesn't it look like Dion, don't you think?
I love it. It's beautiful. That is so cute.
It's so like tropical Caribbean Dion.
It's so cute. Thank you. I'm so flattered you named it after me.
I know I should start like dedicating dresses to people.
Yes, that's a great idea. Lolly says that is a D dress.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Totally is, right?
Yes, it totally
cute.
is. Thank you so much. That is so me. I need to get online and order that one. The store
no pressure.
no pressure, right? Yes, it is amazing. Billy Kyer just purchased the VIP. Welcome,
All
Billy.
right. Oh, I'm so excited.
That's so great, Laura, how are you? The VIP will be Friday night. You will come in for a couple of hours. It'll be an intimate, just, there's 15 of us. And then Debbie, Kenise and I will do just a private Q&A where it's not quite as intimidating to ask questions. Debbie has some stories that she wants to share. I will have some stories, and so will Kenise. And then we'll just kind of take pictures and stuff. And then the next day, the class is from 2 to 6. And then Debbie and I are going to be painting. And like I said, we have a special surprise for the guests. But we will definitely be out on her patio in the back. And she's going to have canvas, like she's got not tarps, they're canopies, like really beautiful space out there.
Like we're building it. My dad's building it. It's a big, like kind of like a barn structure, but open. You know what I mean? Like it's got the metal roof that's going to be waterproof and big pillars. Like it's a serious gazebo type situation.
What? And so that's like going to be built before our work. Okay.
Yeah, you order it in a kit, so it should be here any day, and yeah, he will have it done before you come.
I love that. Michelle says, if you have any sweats, you can name those after me.
Yeah, we have some cute joggers. I don't know. We sell out of them so fast. Hold on, Michelle. Let me see.
Oh gosh, Michelle, we're gonna get you some britches, honey. She goes, dang it, Debbie. Deanna Rudin says, I could never work there. I would spend my paychecks before I leave the store. I think that's always been a problem for some of her employees for sure. And then the 3,000 square feet just means more stuff. Oh, the floral joggers. I saw those on the line.
Aren't these cute? We're down to like our last 2 pairs. Thanks for reminding me. I need to people love joggers.
Yeah.
Love them.
Those are cute. And they remind me of my last painting I did last week.
Yeah.
Tara Williams says, it was so cool to watch you set up the new store, Debbie. I love seeing what new trick you had up your sleeve every day. Thank you, Debbie's grandpa, or it's Grammy's. It's Debbie's dad, but I think she was saying, thank you, grandpa. That man did some crazy good projects.
He is just constantly whipping it out. And it's funny because I've had my store now. I've had a store for 22 years, but just almost 1 year here. When I opened my first shop, I was in my early 30s, and he would come to help me, not as much, but he would argue with me like, no, why would you do that? And it would be like, I'd be exhausted by the time I convinced him to do it. And now he's just like in his retirement years, he's like, what do you want me to do? He doesn't question it when I like get an old door and say, I need you to cut a hole out. And then like the craziest thing that we had him do was, we have this big, beautiful jewelry cabinet that the next door neighbors gave us because they were moving, but it took 7 people to move it. And it only goes where it goes. That's the only place. It's massive. but it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
So, but it's useless if you can't slide the doors behind it and get in and out under the glass. So I had him cut a hole in the wall and frame it out so that we can access the jewelry cabinet from
on the other side of the wall.
Yeah. And when first of all, when we had to bring it over here, like it broke the dolly. We tried to roll it over on 2 dollies and it broke the dolly. Like the wheels just literally crushed. It was so heavy.
Oh,
and
no.
So the restaurant crew, like 8 people, ended up bringing it and putting it right outside the front door. And then I knew, like, we have to get this thing inside before the end of the day, because otherwise we'll never be able to move it by ourselves.
Right.
So he put it in place, and then we cut the hole. But yeah, there's all kinds of things. When I asked him to build the gazebo, he drew up the plans, and then the next day he came to me. He's like, Debbie, he goes, I think you should hire a contractor for this, because it's going to have like a 10.5-foot roof. And he's like, I'm worried that it won't be structurally sound, that it won't be up to code, and it's making me nervous. And so he's the one who suggested that we order a kit that, it comes with all the parts, and yeah. So it's beautiful, and he feels much better about building that. So I don't want to give him like sleepless nights with the things I ask him to do.
No kidding. And we don't want to have 30 people underneath of it and your dad's standing there going, and we're like,
nobody wants
no, it's
that.
going to be a beautiful structure. So it's going to be a really beautiful outdoor living space that you've added on to your shop. And so, it's a cool space. Debbie has workshops going on there all the time, you guys. So if you're anywhere local, driving distance, or, just want to come for the weekend, Matt is actually coming with me, Debbie, and the whole family's coming.
I have one request when you come.
Okay.
I want you to add just a few flowers outside to my mural, like small ones. You don't have to climb up on a ladder or anything, but I think
can do that. So cool, and I don't even mind a ladder, girl. I'm not scared.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes, I can definitely do that. That would be so fun. Thank you, Michelle, for posting the DIY-A-GO-GO. You guys, what I want you to do is, if you plan on coming, want to come, grab your seat now. It's at theturquoiseiris.com. You go under to workshops. Cindy wants to know if you still have the first shop, Debbie.
I do still have the first shop. We used it for our boot camp, and we're slowly cleaning that up and fixing it up, and it's full of furniture right now, so it's kind of a storage / event place. But for a while I thought I was going to let it go, and then we decided to do the video boot camp, and I realized I needed it for that. So I don't know. We're going to do another video boot camp in September. So I'm just going to play it by ear with that one, but it's all cleaned out, and we're cleaning it up, and yeah.
Okay. So I was just getting ready to ask about the brick and mortar boot camp. So update us on that.
The brick and mortar boot camp is tentative right now.
Okay.
I think there were more people. We had such a success with the video boot camp, and I've had a lot of requests to do another one, and it's hard for me to do more than 2 a year. So I think we might just see what the interest is for another video boot camp in September. And if we do that, then we'll do that instead of the brick and mortar boot camp.
Okay. So, all right. You keep me posted, because I'm coming to I was coming.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm
You have any dates in September open?
If it's in the beginning, I might be able to come, because I have a big art retreat.
Yes.
In Texas in September, and then our big one in October, where we're going to hang out again that week with all of our lovely friends that are going to get to come to Texas. So Irma would like to know if there are hotels near Debbie's store.
There are lots of hotels that are really nice and safe and affordable. We have, what was the name of the one that you stayed at when you were here?
Michelle, back me up here, but I'm pretty sure it was the Holiday Inn Express. Yes. And it was just to the east of you, I believe. It was really close. And then I don't even remember what we're staying in, but I booked our hotel for me and the boys. And it's literally, I think, like 7 blocks from you, but I can't remember which one I finally settled on. So Irma, yes, Irma, Miss Irma, no nickname. We there are definitely places. There are some that are right on the water, and then there are some Airbnbs and stuff too. But I think there's like a Best Western, La Quinta, just your normal names that you're familiar with. You can look at Encinitas. You can look at Solana Beach. Those are all ones that are really close by there. Hello, Crystal Molina. We were just talking about you.
Crystal.
Yay. All right, girl. Well, I'm going to end up having to let you go. And then I'm
Okay.
going to bring on Sunny Meadows here and introduce her to our crowd. And then bring on Jessica Furr. They're both in the Empowered by Design program. They both signed up to join me for Friday Night
Yay.
Live. So they get to tell a little bit about themselves.
Awesome.
I can't wait to be there. It's going to be, 6 weeks gone here in just like a minute.
I am so excited. I cannot wait to meet all the people. And did we say our special thing that we're doing with the new, or is that a secret?
No, it's not a secret. You tell them.
Oh, so if you come to the workshop, we are going to have our new pigments revealed. And we're coming out with these amazing pigment powders and a new gold gilding wax. So you will be the first to use the new pigments. So
that's super exciting. I cannot wait to I'm glad you remembered that, because I asked if are we going to have our pigments? So guys, those people coming to the workshop, you will be some of the first to actually play in the pigments.
Oh, they're so much fun.
With the gilding wax. So you know what Debbie and I are going to be using. And then, like I said, we had a special treat for those of you that are going to be attending. We are actually going to have you be more of a participant than we have in the past, but don't be overwhelmed by that. And don't feel like, oh no, not me.
Just going to be fun.
It's promise it's going to be fun. It'll just be fun. Linda Martinez says, yay. She's one of the ones coming. We will do the pigment reveal. And if anybody has any questions, you can always send me an email, Dion@theturquoiseiris.com. If Debbie's live, you might have a question for her about the store or where to go or where to stay or anything, ask her that. But if you have questions about the tickets, just message me. Linda says, I love treats. Yeah, don't we all?
Encinitas is so fun. We are surrounded by awesome restaurants. You can walk to the beach from here. There's the Torrey Pines State Reserve, which is a beautiful place to hike. And there's lots of great places to stay. It's very family friendly, and just the weather is super gorgeous, and tons and tons of fun things to do. So
there are.
I can't wait to meet everybody. I'm so excited.
And my favorite little restaurant's around the corner.
Good on ya.
Good on ya. There's all kinds of vegetarian food. It makes me so happy just to be able to walk down there, and Debbie's doors are always open. So it's just, it's beautiful. If you get to come, guys, I look forward to seeing you. And of course, Debbie does too. We'll do some dancing and laughing, and I promise.
A skit.
Maybe a skit. Maybe a skit for sure.
Awesome.
Okay, Debbie, thank you so much. I'm just going to let you sign off. I think I'm just going to stay on here instead of coming off and coming back on. I'm just going to stay on and bring the ladies on here. So,
what do I do? Do you just, I just hit the leave button?
Yep, that's all you do, sister.
All right, bye,
love
everybody.
You. I love you.
Looking forward to seeing everyone. Bye.
Bye. All right, Beatrice, you got your ticket. Yay, Beatrice is coming, and I'm so happy. It's about time we meet. Your Marine is finally coming home. There we go. I don't see the little camera thing. Don't worry about it. Sunny, I'm gonna post the link for you. And what that means is, let me take this watch off. It's hurting me or something. Sunny, I'm gonna post the StreamYard link, and you're gonna click on it and follow the prompts, because I'm streaming through YouTube and Facebook. So we're going to use StreamYard tonight instead of your traditional Facebook. Abby thinks we're getting up, so she's coming on to say hello. Bubbly, sparkling water on a crazy Friday night. You're welcome. Beatrice and Linda are going to get to meet each other. Oh, Beatrice, honey, yes, anybody's welcome. This is just super casual, super fun. You get to watch Debbie and I both paint. We'll paint a piece of furniture, each one of us. We draw names, give it away. We're going to give away some prizes as well. It's a really fun, casual experience, but you get to know all of the ins and outs about DIY paint. Okay, let me post the link for you, Sunny. This is going to be Sunny Meadows. Like I mentioned, one of the things that the ladies in my Empowered by Design groups have to do is they have to get familiar with getting on social media. And I have invited each and every one of them to come on Friday Night Live with me. The reason is because of you guys. I love you guys. I trust you guys. I know you'll be super supportive and encouraging. Yes, baby girl. To the ladies that we bring on. So I've just posted the link, Sunny. Sunny is one of our new DIY retailers. She's just opened a store with her daughter. There we go. The workshops are fun, meeting all the ladies and just having fun. That's right, Lolly. My Michelle is usually there, and she may or may not be at this one, but we've got lots of things coming up this whole year, you all. So if you don't come to this one, or if Michelle doesn't, you will definitely get to my Michelle. Hello, Gary Carter. Hello, Matthew is at a ball game, so he's not even here. Our oldest is in a college tournament, and there's Miss Sunny Meadows. You guys, please welcome her and say hello. Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm scared, but okay.
You're not scared of anything.
No, okay. I'm not scared of anything.
You're not scared of anything. These are just the nicest people you were just talking to and messaging and talking to. And we are going to let Miss Sunny introduce herself. She's going to tell everybody kind of where she is and a little bit about what she does. And then we're just going to chit chat. So if you have any questions, I will read those to Sunny. But like I mentioned before, Sunny is at a point where she opened the store with her daughter just last week. She was ready to take her business to kind of the next level, wanted more. Sorry, Abby's sticking her nose backwards. So she joined the Empowered by Design, and we're working through each module, and it's just been a blessing and such a treat to get to know you better. And here you are now going to retail DIY paint.
Yes. Yay.
Yay.
I'm waiting on my order. I think it's been shipped.
Oh, how exciting. So tell everybody where you are and a little bit about what you do.
Well, right now I'm actually at the store, but yeah, I'm at our store, and I'm going to just show you a little bit of background, a little bit there. We've been open 1 week now. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be 1 week. My daughter and I own a metaphysical, eclectic finds and art store. I'm the art part, or some of the art part. And this whole journey has been really crazy and exciting. It's my daughter's dream for many years, and then I kind of came on the ride with it. And now I retired last August, and now it's my dream too. And I thought, oh, let me just add another thing to my plate. Let me just join the Empowered by Design. But it was so fortuitous. It was so important. And actually, it's really helped me so much overcome a lot of things and move forward. I don't think I could have moved forward like I've done without it.
Well, you definitely could have. And I appreciate you saying that.
Lower though.
Well, 25 people having your back for sure, showing up and being there for you. And that's what that group looks like. But it's a great, I think it would be, and here's the other thing. When I was a little girl, I don't know if I ever told you this. Sorry, she's nudging me. Let me see what she wants. Do you need to go outside? Okay. She doesn't usually do that when I'm on a live. She's pretty aggressive with me right now. So let me get her.
I love that dog.
Okay. When I was little, I always told people, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up, but I'm probably going to open up a store with my mom. And I don't know why. I don't know what I thought we were going to open, probably a clothing store. And as I got older and a teenager, I still thought I'm going to open a store with my mom. And my mom finally was like, I'm not opening a store doing retail. I don't want to do that. I was like, dang,
She just kiboshed your dream right there, right?
Squashed it. But I was like totally okay with it, because by the time I was old enough, I totally understood why she didn't want to do it as far as clothes, because I wanted to do clothes. Like Debbie.
You could rock the clothes. Oh my gosh, you could rock it. But then you wouldn't have discovered your amazing ability, not just painting, but mentoring and teaching. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Well, no, I love everything happens exactly the way that it needed to happen. But I just always thought the fact that you're doing, and I only brought up that story because you're doing this with your daughter. And I think the reason you're probably driven to do certain things that you do is because of who it's for or who it's with. Like it's a whole different meaning, right?
It does. It totally motivates you to a different level. I came in the other day and I went out for just a little bit and came in, we didn't have customers at the time. And my daughter was actually dancing. She'll probably kill me for saying that. She was dancing. And I love that. I'm like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, to be able to be part of helping your children or your child build their own dreams. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yes.
I feel, it makes me feel younger.
Oh, I love that. It makes you feel younger and more energized.
Yeah.
Sunny, they want to know where you're located.
Okay, we're located, our store is located in Mineola, Florida. It's called Be Charmed, the letter B and then Charmed. And it's a great little shop. We have a great landlord. There's a salon and then there's a realty company here. That's all of it. But it's in a great location too. So we just don't have a bunch of different shops in here.
So tell everybody a little bit about, you said you retired. So tell them a little bit about your background, Sunny.
Okay, I am a retired teacher. I retired from elementary teaching. It was my jam and my ministry, I felt like, for many years. And the last few, I realized I was going to be it was time, and I was going to be retiring. In between teaching, in between that, for 6 years, I actually became a certified interior designer and did faux finishes and murals and everything like that for 6 years. I took a 6-year teaching break and ran a business then, and it was that was a lot of fun, but I missed teaching. So I went back and I finished out so I could retire. So I retired this past August, and I was going to have an Airbnb next door to me, an old house and fix up, and that was going to be like my supplementary income. And I got into it, and then, the pandemic was there, and I knew it wasn't going anywhere for a little while, and I knew I wouldn't be able to make that money back. It would take many years. So I sold it to some house flippers, and they've invested it. Now they've sold it. They got it up to code, and I have lovely neighbors.
Oh,
And
nice.
I told my daughter, I said, let's just listen. Let's just do your dream. We talked about it being 5 years or longer down the road. Let's just go for it. And if we fail, we're going to put everything that we can do into it, and we'll know that we tried our best. I don't think we're going to fail. I just don't.
I don't either, because if Becca's in her element, right where she wants to be, and you have each other to support, the benefit I feel like you guys have for each other is that you know each other's weaknesses and strengths. And I've talked to you enough, because we have our calls and stuff. I've talked to you enough to know you're level-headed enough and in tune enough with other people. Like, you guys are going to just, know her strengths, your strengths, and know when you need to back off, because you're mama, and you know when you need to back off.
Yeah, she tells me. She lets me know, which is a good thing. As business partners, it's a good thing. Becca, she goes by Becca. Becca just wants to hug the world. And so she just wants to hug and love the world. And that's a great thing. But we also have to have some, other balance of that. And I think that's where I come in. But she teaches me to be a softer person, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I love that you said she wants to hug the world. So Becca's described more like, to me, how you've described her is she wants everyone to be treated equal, and she wants everyone to feel so welcome when they walk through the door, as they are, come as you are, about whoever you are. And then Marla says, how precious and such a blessing to follow your dreams and do that together. And a shared dream is twice as nice.
Oh, I love that.
That is really, really sweet. One of the things that really stood out with me, you guys, when I first started talking to Sunny, was her passion. Everything that she does, I feel like she's passionate about it. So when she talks about being a teacher, as I believe all teachers do, but I'm just saying, I would have absolutely loved for one of my boys to have you as a teacher, Sunny.
That makes me feel so good because it's such an important, it's just not a job. It was actually who I was. And I just thrived with it. I loved it. But it also, like everything else, it served its time, and it was time for me to move on. And I think that, and that's okay. I mean, I retired. So it was time, but it was also hard to let that go too. But luckily I keep in touch with most of my students. I mean, most of them, a lot of them have grown.
That's so awesome. I know for me, my personal experience, I could tell you every teacher that I had in elementary, I've never forgotten their names. And they left such an impact on me that I hope they understood that, I know none of them are teaching now. But I hope they remembered that, and just thank you for being a teacher, because I remember you telling me some stories, and there were some difficult children there towards the end of your teaching history. It just makes it harder, and trying to balance your time between the students that need help and the ones that don't need as much help.
Yeah, and you want to serve them all. I think that's what my colleagues, my peers in teaching, the most wonderful people you could ever know. And then I met my artist peers, and I'm like, wait a minute, these are the most wonderful people I could ever know too. So I guess like maybe everybody's the most wonderful people you could ever know. I don't know, but yeah, they're very. You want to serve, just like you want to serve, and you want to mentor, and you want to be there for other people that are creative, that want to be artists or that are creative thinkers. And it's definitely, it's your ministry. So I think you really totally get that, where that is.
Yeah,
And you're
I do.
in your element.
I'm learning. Yes, I am. What advice, because I know that you've never had a store before, right? No. And you've
No.
learned a lot. There's been a couple of setbacks.
Mhm.
You didn't open as quickly as you were hoping to originally. So you want to tell us a little bit of like what advice, or maybe something you've learned just through this beginning process?
Yeah. First of all, you're going to have to be patient. And what you think might happen, especially during crazy times like this pandemic time, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to order this, and I'm ordering it in the United States, or Beck and I are ordering it from here, and it's going to be here in a week, and then it's 2 months. So you have to be patient. And I think one of the things that we were very clear about is Becca was really clear about wanting to make sure everything was responsibly sourced. And that was a big deal to us. So that was a driving force, I think. And we actually made a business plan, but the best advice is, honestly, I can give you, is to hold on to the seat of your pants, because you're going to fly by them, and go for it. I mean, what are you going to do? Are you going to go at the end of your life? You're going to say, "Oh, I really wish I would have tried that store."
That's right.
No. Instead, I'm going to be like, I tried it and it was great. And, I'm just putting it out there in the universe, the manifestation that we're going to be fabulous, because the idea is not to sell and make money and make a profit. The idea is to be here for the community, and to be able to provide things that are affordable, and to bring people in and love on them. That's Becca's whole way is, and then if they find things like their metaphysical part or the art part that they find that they want, we're also going to do workshops. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited because I want to do some smaller things that people can do, and we'll make kits. They can either pick up the kit, do it at home, and sit in pajamas and drink tea or bubbly, what you drink, or bubbly, what other people drink, and create art, and the Quebec. And we really want to serve that. Becca does tarot cards. She reads tarot cards, so she wants to do some workshops with that. She wants to have people come in. She can do tarot cards with them. I'm probably not saying that correctly. I'm still trying to learn how to say everything right in the metaphysical world, but it's going to be really, it's going to be really great. It's like, I loved it because Debbie Beard was saying, every day they come in and there's another idea, right? That's what we're doing. We realize that we're going to be the first 5 years of our business, of our store, is going to be every day we're going to walk in and say, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. And I think that is exhilarating and stressful at the same time. But
Yeah.
most of the time, I feel like that is why you said you feel younger. It's because there's nothing mundane about what you're doing right now. Your store is not a mundane type of store, but also what you're doing, you're coming up with all these fresh new ideas. And because you've never done any of it before, it's all new. It's all a learning experience.
And yeah, and we have people come in and they're going to give us ideas they already have. And I love that. I'm like, our new customers, people that we're meeting say, oh, what about this? Or how about that? And we're like, that's great. So it's exciting, and it's very exciting. And it is stressful too, because, we have to pay bills and get those done. But I think we're going to be okay. No, I know we're going to be okay. I know we're going to be okay.
No, that's right. We know you're going to be okay. Have there been any naysayers?
Yes. Not directly, not coming into the store and saying, oh, this is terrible. I had an interesting experience since we've been open this week, just one. And then, you always have some other naysayers that are like, what are you doing? Why didn't I take that? That was like my saving retirement money. And why didn't I invest that or do something else with that? But I tune it out the best that I can. And what we're hearing from other people instead is, this is fabulous. This is what we needed here. The vibe is great. I feel so welcome. I don't want to leave. I can't stop looking at everything. And so I'm going to take those comments and put them up here. And then I'm going to take the naysayers and I'm going to flush those down the toilet.
Yes!
So not the people, not the people, but just the comments. And I'm going to flush. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have the crow throw it in the trash can.
That's perfect. The crow in the trash can. I love that so much. You guys, I can tell you her attitude is positive. And, she's human just like the rest of us. And so there are things that want to be thrown at you. There are people like comments, naysayers, but Sunny has found a way to have a fresh, positive perspective. And that's why I feel so special to be able to mentor her and have her in our group, because she's
special that you're mentoring me. You have no idea. Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, thank you. That's so nice. But it's just, I always feel like whoever's supposed to be here will find it. And we're here. And so the timing is right, because that's the way that it is. The timing is right. So it makes me super, super happy. Karen Brown and a couple of people have said, what do you sell in your shop? So it's a lot of different things that you have. It's a metaphysical shop.
Okay. Yeah. So we have crystals, we have tarot cards, we have books on all kinds of different, there are things for nearly every path. Becca has herbs and everything for the craft. We have religious items, spiritual items. We have statuary. Then we have fun jewelry, and then we've got some fun, cool candles that are done like novena candles with Snoop Dogg and the cast from Schitt's Creek and the Golden Girls. I mean, we have fun stuff too. So, but the major part, the main run of this part actually is the metaphysical part. So we can be here for people. We have chime candles, incense, smoke sticks. I'm looking around. I'm like, God, so many things.
So many things.
I want to come shopping here. Oh, wait a minute. Becca and I come in every day. I'm like, I want to shop in here.
So now you're going to be retailing DIY paint. Sunny is a painter. She is an artist.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I'm an artist. And that's right. I'm an artist. I'm not just a person. And yes, and that's my favorite paint. And that's my older daughter's favorite paint. And Becca does art through her craft and her other things. She does blessing bottles that are just gorgeous, and that's her thing. Not so much the paint. So, but we have another brand that we sell, and she loves that paint. That's her favorite paint. Can I say it on here? Can I say what brand?
Yeah.
It's Fusion Mineral Paint, and she loves it. It's self-sealing. You don't have to seal it. It's user-friendly, and it's very creamy and smooth. It goes on. And for me, I DIY though is my favorite. DIY is more versatile in my opinion of my use, but I love Fusion too. So we have things that are painted in both. My older daughter, who is also an artist and very, very amazing artist, she loves the DIY paint too, because the way you can manipulate it, and use it different ways with the water. So, so having both of those, because they're very different types of paint, having both of those in here is really awesome. But I'm waiting on that DIY. I have my own stash. I was going to actually bring it, and I thought maybe I have to stage it for this, and just put my personal stash up on the on the cabinet instead. My paint isn't here yet. I have enough that will look like a store's worth that I purchased and before, and it's so fun. It's fun paint. It's safe paint. That's one thing. That's another thing that's really important. Totally safe paint to use, and there's all kinds of cool things that you can do with it. So
that's what I always say, Sunny. When someone says, "Why do you use DIY?" I said, A, it makes my job easier as an artist, and it's just there are so many good paints out there.
Oh yeah,
DIY works for me. It works for my style, and I was hooked instantly. And it just works for my style. So I'm never one that says this paint's better or this or anything like that.
Right, yeah.
If you love to blend paint and you love to layer and you love to do things the way I do, that's why I recommend the DIY.
I love it. I love it. And you can do the wet sanding and all kinds of other cool stuff that you can't do with other paints. So I thought I have an entire store stock in my own home studio. So I really need to be a retailer for it, to have the store also. I have that and be able to have that so soon. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. We don't know when it's going to come yet because the shipping's a little, tracking. One tracking is saying it's on its way, but not exactly what day. The other one's saying, it's getting ready to come. I'm like, dude, give me my paint.
Yeah, shipping is always a thing, but it's working itself out slowly but
It
surely.
will. Oh yeah,
it will. You guys, this is Miss Sunny Meadows. She is just opened a shop last week. She's in Florida, and I would love if you would click that link there on Facebook and on YouTube that we have posted. If you would go like and follow their page or their business page, their shop. If you're in the area, come see her. Sunny and Becca will treat you like family. I promise.
Good family, family that likes you.
Good family, yeah, the good kind of family. Girl, thanks for hanging out with us on a Friday night.
You. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you later, Sunny. Thank you so much, sister. Let's see. And then there we go. And we are going to now bring on our next guest. It's going to be Miss Jessica Furr. Jessica, if you're on here, I haven't seen you comment, but that doesn't mean anything. I just posted the link there. Jessica, if you will click that and follow the prompts and come on here and see us. She Paints is on. I didn't see that. You guys, thanks for being so loving and supportive. I told you that's part of their challenge is that they have to come on Friday Night Live with me. I can't make them. I can't twist their arm, but I'm super proud of them. Last week we had Tammy Weber on. Girl's been going live every single day, rocking and rolling. There's Tammy. You guys, thanks for giving her love. Hi, Karen Frazier. How are you? So yeah, we've got our next girl coming on, Miss Jessica Furr. Let's see if we can get her to click that link. I don't see her comment yet. If you guys see her, I'm gonna have another drink of my bubbly. You hear the frogs. I opened that door to let Abby out and she hasn't come back in. I'm not sure what you mean, Cheryl. There she is. Thank you, Karen Brown, honey. There's Jessica. Let's see. Okay.
Hey,
I don't. Hey, sweetie. It looks like you have your camera off. There you are. I see you now.
Can you see me?
Now I can.
The audio is garbage. We'll see what we can do here. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just talking to my friends here, but I can see that we have a bad connection as far as it's kind of glitchy.
It sounds like it might have just gotten better. Did things get a little better for you?
A little bit, yeah. So let's just talk, you guys. I was telling everybody, Jessica, that you were joining me tonight after we had Miss Sunny on, and I'm just so thrilled. Go ahead and tell everybody where you are and a little bit about what you do, Jessica.
Physically where I am, or right this moment, because I'm in my living room. I always paint when I'm watching you, so you guys are getting me in paint-covered leggings with this piece drying behind me. But so we are in Central Virginia, and my husband and I to move into this gigantic house about a year and a half ago, and we started rescuing furniture and finding vintage pieces, and one thing led to another, and now we kind of are doing this full time, at least for me. So
Which is fabulous. Fabulous. So you might she paints us and sometimes, Jessica, I don't know, usually when we talk you're out on the porch, but I'm wondering if you could take off your Wi-Fi. Can you turn off your Wi-Fi or no?
I'm not connected to it, actually. I'm using my streaming.
Okay, no problem then. We're just going to keep going. It's Jessica Fur Designs, you guys, that are asking.
Yes, ma'am. And Instagram is the best place to follow me right now.
Okay, so we'll grab that link too, and we'll post that here, you all. Jessica, you've been trying to build this business, this furniture business, and I'm curious, what do you feel like has been the most rewarding part so far of building this business that you're doing, Jessica?
I think getting to have people comment on the process itself is actually the most rewarding piece, to have people realize that this stuff is totally approachable, that they can paint. I've had people contact me about teaching their kids, and I've gotten to teach some private lessons through social media and that sort of stuff. Just the fact that you can bring something as crazy as what I did with this thing behind me to show people, and it kind of makes them think about their home and their design a little bit differently. So getting to inspire people to go way outside their comfort zone to this place that they love is absolutely, I think,
Thank you. I am so grateful for you to share that part too. Lolly, I think Lolly's got your Facebook page there on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. That is Kim Burnett. She's your buddy.
thank you. Hey, Kim.
Tara Williams says, it's so nice to meet you, Jessica. OMG, I am so stealing that job title, a furniture rescuer.
Yeah, that's how it felt to us. You know, we fell on our butts into the opportunity to move into a house that was 5 times the size of what we had ever thought about, and we went, okay, we're gonna have some sleeping bags and maybe some chairs we can find by the side of the road. And when we actually really started looking at thrifting, we filled the entire house, and we just turned on this whole creative spark that we had no idea. You know, both of us really enjoy it. So my husband helps me with all of the carpentry repairs and some of these antique pieces that can be so picky to work on. And he's a craftsman, an excellent craftsman. And so I have that to draw on. So we just kind of grab whatever piece of anything looks like we could make it into something and have fun with it.
No, I love that. You guys, I've actually had a tour of her house before, and a great big porch out front. She lives, she's on an acreage there. So it's really, really beautiful. So tell me about the piece behind you specifically. I can see that it's kind of a curved buffet, Jessica. Is that hand painted, the zebra stripe?
It is. I hand painted that. I'm not sure if you can get the whole piece there. This monster is a good, 7 feet long, probably from end to end. And it's one of my favorite things to do is go auction stock and thrift. And I found this old girl, and I was able to find the original ad for where she sold in 1936 from the Rockford Republic Furniture Company. So it was pretty crazy. I'm a researcher and a writer, as well as this whole new artist thing that I'm doing. So that part of it, being able to tell the history of an antique piece and know a little bit of where it's been, where it came from, and what its story is, has always been fascinating to me. So I hand painted the pattern on here, actually from a scarf that I had. It was an old Banana Republic or something scarf, and I just loved the print and decided that was something different to do with this thing, because it is heavy. It's a big, massive piece, and I just wanted it to be fun. So we're going to put some dry brush charcoal over and kind of distress it back and really get to see some of the character of the old piece.
It's so beautiful. I can't really tell what color the piece is other than it looks like it's kind of a green. Am I wrong?
Everything is dark black at the moment, actually. It's
Oh, see,
charcoal,
it
black
looks-
and white.
Oh,
It does look a
gotcha.
little greenish. My hey, my phone just fell, so that was great news in the middle of a live.
That's what
but-
happens on lives, girlfriend.
Yeah.
No problem.
Right. Still. There we go. It probably won't fall again now. But yeah, well, no, it will. Totally will.
You're good.
Cool.
Don't worry about it.
Good job, Jess. But yeah. No, the walls in here are dark navy, and it definitely picks up some green. We played with a lot of colors, but we mostly went with navy and teal in the entire house. I was given strict instructions not to paint the wood paneling in this room specifically, but otherwise I went
so
for it everywhere.
It's really, really beautiful.
Thank you.
So Jessica, now, how long have you been doing this now as far as restoring furniture?
Right about 1.5 years.
Okay, hang on.
Oh, Kim, that was your favorite friend just came to visit us. Little Miss E. Sorry, you guys, there are 5 of those cats running around here. They're bound to crash more than once.
She did say there would be a lot of little critters, not critters. I don't know what she called them. Maybe she called them kitties. They love that piece of furniture behind you. So now that once you get it done, girl, what are you going to do with it? Like how are you going to sell it? Or where are you going to put it for sale?
Going on Etsy. Etsy has started for me a little bit. I sold a piece this week, actually. Dropped out there for a second. I did last week, sold a piece on Etsy. I've also been selling through the Boho Basement here in Richmond. She is a really big Dixie Belle retailer. In fact, Melissa Eaton, who is the top drawer RVA, sells at the same shop. So I feel lucky to have gotten in there, and she has started moving some stuff for me too. So it seems like things are picking up pretty well here. So I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope somebody likes my crazy on this girl, and she should be available next week.
That's wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, thank you. It's a large part due to listening to what you tell me to do.
Well, so that brings me to my next question, Jessica. Have you done a live on your own page before?
I have not. I invited my page to this one to kind of bite off some of the fear, and I've been on with you a couple of times now. So this is it's new territory, but it's not bad. Actually, I'm really, really glad that I have the group to push me to take these steps, because I do kind of feel like I'm still very new at this and maybe not as entitled to the space, and that's not a way we should feel. And
No.
It's a way that you've coached us through, and it's been a blast, lady.
You know what? The thing is, there are no dumb questions. And even though you can say that, it may sound cliche, guys, but I've reached a point, and I want everyone else to reach a point where you kind of stop that feeling of feeling silly, like, oh, I know I should know this, but like, how would you know this if someone doesn't tell you, or if you haven't learned it? So the whole, I know I should know this, but I'm like, you don't know what you don't know. Give yourself some breaks, you know?
I can still remember the first time we chatted, you talking to me about bleed through on pieces. I had literally burned a buffet in my backyard because I couldn't get the oil to stop bleeding through, no matter what I put on that thing, shellac, primer, whatever. And the idea that I could have just figured out how to work with that and try to make it look natural at first, that was that was eye-opening. So we won't burn any more furniture around here now that we know what we didn't know, that bleed through can be okay and be made to look pretty. So.
That's just it. Bleed through has never been a problem for me because I don't paint in one color. I don't paint in whites or lights. And so when people talk to me or ask me about bleed through, I'm always like, oh yeah, this is a problem for some people. It's just never been a problem for me because I just make it work into the design. Like I use different colors, I layer, I do some blending. And so I do the best I can. And then it's like, I think people make things harder than they need to be. And I have always been that way when it comes to schoolwork or work. But as an artist, it's the first time I actually don't make things more difficult. And so I like that space and I want to hang out there more often.
Yeah, absolutely. Smarter, not harder with the art was a real eye opener for me. Like, oh, I could just change the idea and do something completely different that's going to work better for this piece. So
they are struggling finding your Facebook page. Is there any reason why we shouldn't be able to find it on Facebook?
I don't know that my Facebook business page is published. You can find my personal page, and then you can find my Instagram that has absolutely everything and my links to Etsy and all of that. And it's just at Jessica Fur Design on Instagram.
Okay, so we need to focus on our Instagram right now because her business page might not be published yet just right now. So let's focus on our Instagram and grab that. So Kim Burnett has just told us that again.
That's my girl right here.
You know what? It's so nice to have a friend. And when you do a live on your page, Jessica, let me just recommend that you have your friend here, Kim Burnett, popping on, asking certain questions. It just always makes it a little bit easier to make the flow go a little bit easier. Even if you had somebody sitting there next to you reading the comments on the live, it takes the pressure off. And it just overall makes it feel like things run just a little bit more smooth. If you have somebody or just say, hey, Kristen with She Paints, can you pop on and ask these 3 questions every 3 minutes? So in 3 minutes, ask me this question. In 3 minutes after that, ask me this question. In 3 minutes, like it just, when you're starting out doing lives, it helps things run just a little bit faster. Or it's not
you heard
faster.
it here, Kim. That's your new job. Congratulations, girl. You got promoted.
Kim's our girl. Kim's our girl.
The pay is garbage. And there are no benefits whatsoever unless you count cats.
Oh, and you guys can tell that Miss Jessica has a sense of humor, which is all the more reason why she should be online. Once you get that Facebook page set up and ready to rock and roll and to post, you posting consistently really is the number one thing you can do for your business also to get it to grow.
Absolutely.
But if there is someone local right now that wants to see your work in person, tell them where they go.
The Boho Basement at Willow Lawn. So, which is kind of right in the new center of where things are moving around in Richmond.
In Richmond, Virginia.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Pay me and kitten love. We are golden, says Kim Burnett. That's
well,
awesome.
if anybody's in the Richmond area and needs a massage, Miss Kim Burnett also owns her own business, and I can highly recommend her services specifically for artists. She fixes we have fun. In addition to rescuing furniture, we also rescue those, and we're not very good at rehoming them. You can't sell them, as it turns out.
That's awesome. That's awesome, girlfriend. Okay, there it is. Instagram. We got it right there. That's it. Jessica Fur Design on Instagram. That's where you can see all of her things. The Boho Lounge sounds like my kind of store, says Cheryl Atkinson.
She is also on Instagram, at Boho Basement RVA.
Oh, look at this. Janet says, close to me, kinda. I'm in Marland.
Okay. I'm not sure I know where Marland is. I'll have to Google that and see how close we are.
Yeah. So everybody, I just want to remind you, tonight we have had Sunny Meadows on before Jessica Fur. Then we had Debbie Beard on right before that. And we are doing a workshop in June. And so Debbie came on. We were talking about that. It's our 4th year in a row. She showed a little bit of the store. And then Sunny came on, talked about her store. She's in my Empowered by Design group, and this is part of their challenge. And Miss Jessica Fur, it was so good to see you and have you on tonight. And I appreciate you taking time out of your Friday because I know it's late there.
That's okay. I get to go have a drink after this. We'll be straight.
Drink it is, sister. Everybody, thank you for allowing me to bring these ladies in where I need this to be a really safe, supportive place for them because I'm wanting to encourage them to continue to do live video and to really trust social media and not be scared of it. So I really appreciate all of you giving her the love and support. And I think at this point, Jessica, we just get to sign off and you get to go have your drink.
Fantastic, lady. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll be back on Sunday night, 8:30 Central Time. And I'm going to keep working on this right here and bring in layer number 2. Mr. Woods will be back with me, and I'm almost positive when in June. Lori Abraham, June 25th and 26th. And it will be in San Diego. Actually, it will be directly in Encinitas, California. Thank you guys for following her as well. Her work is impeccable. And she is going to be posting more on her Facebook page. Carol Ann, thank you so much. I'm really proud of these ladies. This group in particular have been fire. Like, they have been connecting and so supportive. I saw Karen Frazier on here talking a second ago. Tammy Weber was on last week with us. So really, really inspiring group of women who just set me on fire. And when we have our calls, I am just so moved and touched by their drive, and they're willing just to put themselves in this area, in this genre of uncomfortableness, and they hang out there, and they're not really that scared. So it's really rewarding. Everybody have a great night, a great weekend, and I will see you guys on Sunday night. Take care.